We're talking today about Slate Shots. I get a lot of questions about Slate Shots. It's one of the most simple parts of your audition, and yet they're very confounding to some actors. So I'm going to clear up what they are, what they aren't, when they're very important and when they're not important at all. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll have a better idea of how you want to handle your Slate Shots. Slate Shots are functional. They are meant to mainly give the directors, casting directors, producers an idea of what you look like. That's it. They want to see what you look like. They know that there's a chance they're going to be filming you in whatever project, so they want to see, what does this person look like when they're not like acting? You know, what is their resting visual state? And as a result, they can ask for a couple of different things. They can ask for 3/4 slate shot, which is just your talking head. They can ask for a full body shot. They can ask you to do the profile, like that's a standard body slate shot, is forward, profile, profile, forward. In fact, I'll do it for you right now. So if I were auditioning and it asked for a full body slate, you would be able to see my full body. And the thing that you want to do is be as relaxed as possible, also in a good mood. So part of that is smiling. And you would say something like, "Hi, my name is Misha Calvert and I'm based in New York." And then you do the profile, holding my mic pack, and then the other profile, and then back to the front. And follow the instructions, right? So if they say, tell us where you're based and a funny story that happened to you in 30 seconds or less, that's what you do. Although they probably wouldn't have a 30-second thing in a slate shot. Slate shots are meant to be very fast. They want to see what you actually look like. So just bear that in mind. And we're going to play a little clip here to show you how you can combine your head slate shot and your body slate shot in one thing so that it's actually side by side. As you're saying your name, you're also getting the full body shot. It's really handy. I did it back when I was pursuing acting for film and TV, and yeah, I found it really useful. So one of the main things with slate shots is that you really want to follow instructions. You want to do what they say. So read the instructions in the audition notice, in the breakdown, or whatever, wherever you get it, EcoCast, and whatever it says, do. Follow the instructions. I was just talking with my friend who's a director earlier today, and she was saying so many people in auditions do not follow the instructions. And that's a problem because you basically count yourself out. Like if you can't even follow the simple instruction of how to film the audition, how are you going to be on set? So if it says full body shot and show your hands, that is what you do. The hand thing is not weird. They probably just want to see your hands because, again, they just want to know what they look like. Me as a director, if I know that I'm shooting a commercial and I'm going to see the actor's hands a lot in the commercial, I want to see the actor's hands in the slate shot because I need to know what their hands look like just because they're going to be on film. It's not about like necessarily how good or bad or like, are they a hand model? No, like if we were looking for hand models, we would say we're casting for hand models, right? So it's more just like, what do this person's hands look like? And I'm casting for the entire package. Like maybe if they're missing a finger, that's not going to work for the client. Or maybe we're specifically looking for people who have like kind of, arthritic hands. Like maybe it's a pharmaceutical company that I'm working for that spot. So don't be wigged out if they ask for specific things in the directions for the slate shot, but do them if you can. Because they're asking it for a reason and they're probably not asking for a lot. So whatever it says, to the letter, try and do it. Another thing that seems kind of basic about slate shots is that you don't want to be in a bad mood. You're kind of showing them how it's going to be to work with you. So you're not reading any lines of dialogue. You're just yourself, but don't take just be yourself as permission to be like creepy or surly. Look, I have RBF, okay? Resting bitch face. But I have learned over the years to smile because it puts people at ease. And in fact, I have to smile way more than I think I am smiling in order for it to be a normal smile. And I've heard this from other actors too, where they think that they're doing the whole take super smiling, and really the take is coming out like this for other people watching. So just be aware, like, when are you smiling and when are you actually smiling? Good to know the difference. But I'm not saying you have to be like super sunny, perky in these Slate shots. You just gotta be relaxed and in a good mood. And sometimes that's enough. Don't be in a bad mood and don't be surly, please. For your sake. Because I have seen decisions get made off of Slate shots where someone comes in like really kind of whack, like not in a good place. Usually the audition's also like that, but yeah, it's not nothing, let me put it that way. And speaking of which, here's something that not a lot of actors know. So if you're self-submitting and you're on Actors Access, if you don't have all 4 boxes checked, photo, resume, reel, or media, and Slate shot, your thumbnail is not listed as highly in the submissions. It's not top listed. So for people who have all 4 checked, they're at the top of the submission pile. And if you're missing your Slate shot, you get knocked down to the 2nd place. And if you're missing your Slate shot and your resume, you get knocked down to the 3rd place. And I can speak from experience, you know, sometimes I've put out castings for very small budget projects and I'm still getting 5,000 submissions on those projects. So at 5,000 submissions, if I look at the first 2,000 and I have like more qualified people than I could possibly ever see, I'm not going to go to the other 3,000. There's just no need. So yeah, something to bear in mind. And yeah, sometimes those submissions are not sorted by those 4 categories. In Actors Access, you can sort them by date, you could sort them by all sorts of different metrics, but I just think like a Slate shot takes you 30 seconds to film on the tail end of an audition. Like for your next self-tape, just get it. Just get it and put it on Actors Access and see if it doesn't increase the amount of times that you're getting called in. If this is helpful to you, this is exactly the kind of information that I go over in my classes. And I don't usually talk about the classes because honestly they sell out most of the time and I don't need to advertise them here. But if you are interested in learning more about on-camera technique, or you want to get inspired, meet some really cool guests, I work with casting directors a lot in class. I work with agents and managers a lot. So some of the casting directors that I have coming up in the spring are Stacey Rice, who was the associate on Euphoria. I have Lane Cunin, who is the casting associate on almost every Marvel show that shoots in New York. Josie Rodriguez, who casts FBI and a lot of the other procedurals that film here in New York, and Mary Beth Fox, who does like so many indie films. She did A Quiet Place, she did Bottoms, she did so many like female forward comedies that have shot here in New York. I'm teaching with all of them. And I make sure that they are looking for new talent and that they want to meet you, they want to work with you. Honestly, they're some of the nicest people that I've met in the business. And you can check out clubvermilion.com if you want to learn more about those classes. Stacey Rice, we might be sold out, but definitely check out the class roster. There's some really exciting guests coming over this summer as well. I've just got an email from a major agency that is going to be working with me on a class in June. So it should be a great time. And we will go over craft, technique, Slate shots, and more. I really hope this was helpful to you, and I hope that this makes your auditions even better, even bookier, and that you have a really, really fruitful rest of your year. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week.
The Vermilion podcast is sponsored by Vermilion, a home for artists. We offer classes, coaching, and community for creatives and innovators in the arts. If you're ready to find your voice and build the life of your dreams, we're here to support you every step of the way. Check out clubvermilion.com and schedule a free call today.